Good morning, children. Today I will explain to you about the plateaus. Now we know that plateaus are uplands with flat top and the edges are steep over here. Now if you see the picture over here, they are uplands with a flat top and steep edges which rise from the sea level. Now these are called plateaus, and then they are sometimes called tablelands also because of their look. They look just like a tabletop. So that is why they are also called tablelands. Now in the next slide you see plateaus are lower than mountains. Now mountains are having a height of 1000 meters or above from the sea level, and hills are also having height of 900 to 1000 meters or 800 to 9000 meters from the sea level. But the height of a plateau is between 0 to 500 meters from a sea level. So if you say that between 0 to 500 it is called a plateau, and then if it is higher than a 500 meters it is called a hill. But the main feature of a plateau is that it has got a flat top. It doesn't have a summit. We say it has got a flat top, so it's called a plateau or a tableland, and the height is from 0 to 500 meters from the sea level. Now plateaus may be of different types. Now that depends upon their way of formation, in what manner they had been formed. Now the first type of plateaus that we see are called intermontane plateaus. Now the word intermontane meaning in between mountains. Now as you see in this picture that a plateau is covered or surrounded by mountains on all sides. So that is why it is called an intermontane plateau. So that means intermontane plateaus are generally found during whenever the fold mountains were formed. So that means when the fold mountains were being uplifted, that is the time when due to pressure a portion of the land came up for was risen also, and that had a flat top. So those are called the intermontane plateaus, which are surrounded by mountains on all sides. Now these intermontane plateaus examples are like the Tibetan plateau, which is called the roof of the world. So it's called the highest plateau of the world. Okay, that is how the intermontane plateaus are formed. Now the next is what is called a lava plateau. Now sometimes what happens when there are cracks or fissures on the earth's surface, lava starts coming out or magma starts coming out from the magma chamber, and it comes out through the fissures and the cracks, and it starts spreading over in layers. Now with successive eruptions like this, the layers get solidified, and what happens is the land starts slowly rising up and it forms a plateau. Now that plateau is called a lava plateau because it has been formed totally due to volcanic activity. Now in this picture, if you see, the layers can be clearly seen that the plateau is having those clear layers which are showing the different volcanic eruptions that took place in various ages. Now lava plateau, the examples are like the Deccan Traps of India. Like here I have shown you the picture of the Deccan Traps of India. So that is nothing but the Deccan Plateau of India, which was formed due to this kind of successive volcanic activity, or due to the successive solidifying of the lava layers, and you can see the striations or the layer formation in the Deccan Traps also. So this is all about the lava plateau. Now in this third picture you have the dissected plateau. It is either called a dissected plateau or a dissected plateau. Now what happens really is, all these plateaus or tablelands have rivers moving through them. Many of the plateaus in the world have rivers moving through them. Now in this picture you can see in the successive figures 1, 2, 3, you can see the first that the rivers, when they were first flowing, they did not cut the valleys. As after many ages the river starts making valleys through the plateau, and slowly you can see in the third diagram that the rivers have cut deep valleys on the plateau, and what has happened to the plateau is it has been dissected. Okay, it has been dissected and it has become divided, and that is how it has formed small hills also. So these are called the dissected plateaus. So most of the plateaus of the world are all dissected plateaus, like the Chota Nagpur plateau of India, which is a common example of a dissected plateau. Now this is a picture of a dissected plateau, how it looks like in reality. This was the diagram. Now this is the how it really looks like in reality, the dissected plateau. Now the last one is the continental plateau. Now the whole continent has come up or risen up as a plateau, like for example the African plateau, the Australian plateau. These are Australia, Africa, these are whole continents situated on the plateau region. So these are called continental plateaus. So they are tablelands on which the continents are resting upon. So this is all about the plateaus, I said, and the types, how they are formed, and the different types of plateaus. So that is okay. Please go through this and learn it from your book. Thank you.